Hello everyone, it's Greg from Edinburgh and Linlithgow Renaissance Fencing Academy here. In today's video we're going to talk a little about Rodolfo Capoferro's Italian rapier fencing system from the early 17th century with a particular focus on posture and how this relates to body mechanics. Now, posture is extremely important in Capoferro's system. He spends a long time explaining it in a lot of detail in his treatise. Unfortunately, some of his explanation is not entirely clear, and he occasionally says things which appear a little contradictory. So what I'm going to do is break down the different elements of posture for you in a simple way and present them to you according to how I interpret the text of the original book. So we're going to go through, firstly, the foot position or stance. Secondly, the body position, body posture, and then thirdly, we're going to look at the hand positions. And then I'll make a brief comment about how all of these different elements fit together in order to make the fencing system come alive. All right, let's get into it. So foot stance or foot separation. Basic stance is a medium stance, 2 foot length separation. Anything less is a narrow stance. Anything more is a wide stance. Now you will transition between these different stances as you fence. The medium is the default one. So when you advance, expand to wide, back to medium. When you retreat, expand to wide, back to medium. When you attack, expand to wide, recover to medium. Sometimes you may be forced on the defensive to go back to the narrow stance, but it's only ever temporary. Now, body alignment. When you're on guard, your weight, in other words, your hips, should be held back over the rear leg. The torso and the head may be held back as well in a defensive guard or angled forward in an offensive guard, but the weight is always back. And when you attack, the weight is pushed forwards, and the head and the torso angle forwards too. The attack may be extended by moving the front foot into a lunge, or it may be performed firm-footed without the front foot movement. Finally, the hand position. There are 4 hand positions. They're demonstrated here. And they're given the Italian names for first, second, third, fourth. So prima, seconda, terza, quarta. Once you've familiarized yourself with the hand positions, I recommend training them with a sword or perhaps a stick if you don't have a sword available, just to condition your arm. Prima, seconda, terza, quarta. And it's a good idea to practice moving smoothly between them. Once you've familiarized yourself with the different components, you should practice putting them all together and moving in a fluid and controlled way between all the different possible postures, mixing up footwork, body postures, and the hand positions so that you're prepared for any eventuality while you fence, advancing, finding the sword, attacking, parrying, retreating, all that stuff. And that's it. Now it's time to practice.